Eat lunch. Just let that boil. Alright, so the rice is done. This is 2 cups here. I'm gonna mix this with some hot sauce and soy sauce and some mushrooms that I have as well in the refrigerator. This will be lunch, so super excited on that. Thai white rice, Trader Joe's, holla at me. Carb the fuck up, vegan. Let's go outside. I'm gonna show you guys the tires. Alright, so quick video. I just finished up a training ride this morning, and I wanted to just share with you guys and gals on how to just make sure your bike is properly set up for a race or any kind of like endurance ride. If you're breaking into like a new season, you want to make sure your bike's properly set up and it's like in good shape, working condition. For one, I would say one of the more important aspects would be the chain and the chain ring. You want to avoid chain drop, so you're at like high speeds with other riders around you in a group, especially during criterium. You want to make sure that your chain ring is not eaten up. So this one's kind of pretty bad, I'd say. So I think this needs to be replaced. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and look into doing that soon. And my chain, it isn't stretched out, but you want to make sure your chain is not stretched as well. Make sure, take it to a shop. If you don't have the tool to check that out, you want to make sure it's not stretched, because that can also contribute to chain drop. And chain drop means your chain falls off its ring. This is a 5034 compact crankset Shimano Ultegra. It falls off that top 50 and it goes at the very inside that groove there with the bottom bracket meets the lowest chain ring, the 34, and that's not good, because what's going to happen is your whole cranks will just lock up and you can possibly fall off the bars. And that happened one time during one of my races over the summer last year with someone when we were sprinting to the finish. He ended up taking first, but his chain dropped, and I'll show you that in the video. It really sucks. Check it out here. I take second. Done. Got a little caught up there with his chain falling off of this cassette, but yeah, so make sure that's like together, your chain and the chain ring, and make sure it's like not eaten up. Also, make sure your cables are properly set up. Make sure they're not stretched out or anything. You want to make sure your shifters are shifting properly. Make sure your cables are also properly lubed and everything. You want to make sure your brake pads aren't eaten away. These are fairly new pads. I have another set inside. Make sure your tires aren't worn. These are pretty much like ready to be replaced, I'd say. You got like treads hanging out and stuff like that, so these are kind of on its way out. The rear as well, you can see the sidewalls kind of like the treads are coming out, so these need to be replaced. And pretty much just make sure your bike's all clean and set up and ready to go, ready to race, ready to ride. You know, keep yourself safe, make sure others are safe. I got a fork on the way that I ordered, so that should be here next Tuesday. I'm gonna swap it out. It's an NV 2.0 road fork, fucking awesome. Psyched to put that on this bike and ride. So I went with the full carbon fork by NV, made in the US. Really stand behind their product, so I'm really psyched on riding it. And that's pretty much it. Let's get out of here. Lunch break. This is what I made earlier. The rice, the Thai rice, and do some broccoli and onions up in there with some mushrooms. So some good stuff. So quick video, just picked up these 2 tires. Best damn tires. I'm gonna have to do a review later on this, but yeah, the world's fastest tire, I can guarantee that. I'll talk more about this on a later date, but 26Cs, I never had the 26s. I rode 24s and 28s, but I must say, man, these tires are awesome. I'll give you guys a full review on that later, but new tire day.